Hey everybody, it's Scott. Today's video I want to do something a little different than talking about like a guitar player and their style and showing you some examples of how to play that. I want to talk about songwriting from a guitar player's perspective. I know a lot of people write songs differently. I basically just want to kind of go through the steps that I would typically go through if I was going to write like a guitar part or a brand new song. The song is going to be based in E, and I'll kind of go through like the different steps. I'll show you how I basically start, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just sit down and kind of play like some chords that I like, and just kind of get a feel for what I want to do. And the first part I play usually tends up being the verse, and then I'll usually come up with a chorus, and I'll show you how I do that off of the verse. So let's say we're going to start out with like a really simple EA chord progression. And I'll play something like this. So that's basically just E to A, just with kind of a little rhythm. And then what I'll kind of do is I'll just play through that a bunch of times, and then I will kind of add some fills here and there and see how that feels. So I might start off with that EA like I just played. And then I'll start adding some fills, and I'll just start messing around here. So I'll kind of get a feel for how I want to play that, and I'll maybe pick the fills that I like the way they sound the best and alternate between them during the verse, or maybe just kind of do it random when I play. And then once I kind of get a feel for that, I'll go into kind of developing a chorus. And what I like to do when I do a chorus is I'll usually try first starting with that same chord as the first chord that I started with the verse with. So in this case it was an E. You don't have to do this. A lot of times it doesn't work, but I'll just try in the E first, because it's kind of a natural feel to go back to that E, but it kind of, when you go from, like let's say you're playing an E, A, back and forth, then the person who's listening is going to kind of expect an E after you play that A again, and going back to an E and then switching up the chord progression kind of has a cool feel. But sometimes it gets too boring, sometimes it doesn't work, but I like to start there. So in this example, I'll show you the verse again. So you can kind of see I switched up. Instead of going back to the verse, went to the chorus, and then just added kind of an ascending pattern, which kind of adds like some tension to it, and basically working up that E minor pentatonic scale up the E string as far as the chord's roots are concerned. And a lot of times I'll play something, I won't like it, I'll mix it around a little bit and just keep trying to find the chords that I like. So I'll play that again just so you can kind of see like how it might start and then kind of transition. So again, just kind of playing back and forth with that verse, chorus, and figuring out what sounds good to you, adding like some little fills where you can, And then typically what I'll do is if I have a verse chorus like that, I'll kind of bring it to the rest of the band and then say like, I got an idea, and then see where it goes from there. Sometimes we'll scrap one part and switch it with something else. Sometimes, the drums will add something, a different rhythm or feel to it than you're expecting. And then I'll do some more videos on songwriting. We'll talk about like adding a bridge, adding how you want to do a lead over something like that, where you want to add some fills, that kind of thing, in future videos. So I hope you liked this one. If you like it, remember to like the video and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm going to do a bunch of mini videos on songwriting, and I'll also be going back to other guitar player styles to show you how they play. If you want to suggest other future guitar players that you want to learn how they play, learn like a small portion of how they play, leave a note in the comments, and also let me know what you think about this, if I should do more of these. Thanks again. Have a good one.